All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I want to wish you all a happy new year, guys. I am here tonight to celebrate all of the wonderful people in the community that normally come out and hang out with us here on these live streams here on Amazon as well as on YouTube. Follow on all of the other social medias and interact with each other. We learn together, we grow together, guys. You know, that's been our motto from day one. So I want to thank you one and all. Now, on tonight's stream, we will not be our normal almost 2-hour stream, unfortunately, but we will get to quite a few items that I have listed in the carousel. Now, on this stream, guys, I want you also, as in always, to feel comfortable asking any questions whatsoever about any of the products that we see down in the carousel. That's what I'm here for. That's what I will be here for in the future, to answer all of your questions and help you guys grow as a community. All right, so we got a number of robots listed down in the carousel right now, and we will be going through these different robots, guys. We'll be going through these different robots and taking a look at some of their features. Hopefully you guys have your questions already ready, because I posted earlier. If you guys had any creative questions for these robots, let me know in the comments and I will be ready tonight to ask these questions. Now, I do have 10 questions that I set up, that I requested from ChatGPT to kind of give us just a jumping off point, guys, to be able to test these robots. Most of the questions are not very difficult, so the robot should be able to answer them with no problem whatsoever. Let's see. I see Hope is in the house. Hope is saying Happy New Year to all. Outstanding, Hope. Thank you. Thank you very much for wishing everyone a Happy New Year. All right, so let me get my controls set up here. 1 second. All right, so we got our robot also highlighted, the first robot that we're going to be talking about tonight. Now, as you guys can see here on the desk, it is quite busy. It is quite busy. We got quite a few of these robots here on the desk right now, ready for New Year's, ready for 2026. Louis got his countdown going. Louis has something special that he's going to be doing right around, New Year's countdown. He's got his little rocket right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can move that over a little bit. But yeah, he's got his little rocket right here ready to take off. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I see Terry's in the house. Welcome, Terry. Welcome to the stream. Yeah! All right, so I know that Terry, Bear, and Buddy are ready for this new year, even though they might be slightly snowed in for tonight. Sorry about that. All right. So let's get to these questions that I have here. So basically, I have 10 questions that I have set up to ask the robots. Now, I do not expect all of them to be able to answer all of these questions, so don't be surprised if they can't answer the majority of them. Now, I have, like I said, 10 questions here. We're going to go through these 10 questions I have here on my phone. So we're going to start off with the newest kid on the block, and that is Ilek. This is Ilek right here. If you guys are not familiar with this little ball of energy, that's this guy right here. Now, one of the cool things that I really like about Ilek is that Ilek has multiple bodies. You can literally take the body off, put a different body on, and it acquires a whole new personality, which is crazy, okay? Ooh, good thing Louis isn't on that level yet. But anyway, let's go ahead and turn this guy on so you guys can see some of the cool things it can do. Now, if you're interested in getting your own Ilek, you can get it here on Amazon, guys, for only $59.90. $59.90 for what you see in my hand. Now, if you do want the additional bodies, they are, individually sold, or you can buy them in a spin kit bundle, where I think you get like 4 or 6 of these. I can't remember exactly how many you get in the bundle, but I have received the vampire one as well. It has been interesting, but tonight we're just going to focus on the OG, as RC likes to say. We're going to focus on the OG version of it. So let me switch back over here to our Louis cam so you guys can see what's going on here with this little guy. Also, I need to turn their microphone up. So let me do that. And hopefully Louis won't start chiming in all of a sudden. All right, first things first, let's turn this guy on. You're just going to press the little button on top and you'll see his little face animate. And what's cute about this, even when you don't have like Wi-Fi connection, you can still, play with it, right? So you can just tap one time on the top here. It'll just change little facial expressions, which is so cute. Check that out. Now, like I said, when you add the different bodies, you're going to get totally different facial expressions, which is nice. It has a shake feature. So, but what we are curious about is its ability to interact with a chat model. So if I'm not mistaken, I think the chat model for this one is probably Chat GPT or some variation of it. So in order to enter into the chat mode, you're going to press and hold this button right here on the top for a few seconds, and you're going to see this little animation show up on the screen like so, and then it's going to connect to your Wi-Fi. All right, just like that. You're going to hear that little chirping sound, and then it's going to let you know it's connected. Then you're going to see that the eyes are going to change to a more vivid, almost like a rainbow-like color. Okay. All right. So my first question here is, now, like I said, we're not going to ask each robot all of these questions. We just want to start it off early. So I'm going to ask, but if you guys do have any questions, drop them down in the comments and I will try to ask the robot, especially if you have a specific robot. Hopefully it's the one that I'm featuring at the moment. But if you have a robot that you want me to ask a specific question, I will do that live for you guys. All right, so our first question is, explain something complex to me like I'm a 5-year-old. So that's the question I'm going to ask Ilik right now. Ilik, can you explain something to me like I'm a 5-year-old?
I am happy to help. Right. What would you like? Here's me explaining gravity like you're 5. Simple words.
Okay, so I'm going to, since Louis said gravity, I'm going to use that as my question. Eilek, can you explain gravity to me like I'm a 5-year-old?
Gravity is like an invisible hand that pulls things down when they fall. It keeps us on the ground and stops us from floating away.
Is there any more description?
Gravity pulls everything toward the center of the earth. The bigger something is, the stronger its pull. That is why we do not float away when we jump.
Interesting. Okay. I can get my mind around that. All right. So my second question for Eilek is: Can you recognize who I am and remember me? Something. Okay. Can you remember me? So I don't think it can because it doesn't have cameras, but I'll ask it anyway. Can you recognize me or remember individuals?
I do not remember faces or names, but I enjoy meeting new friends. Each chat feels like a fresh start for me.
What would you do if you don't understand something?
Yad me to do not know, ask for help, or try to learn. It is okay to be confused. I keep trying until I understand.
All right, guys, there you have it. Terry says she is pretty much snowed in. Hey, Eilek, we are live right now on Amazon and YouTube. Would you say hello to all of our followers in the chat?
Hello to everyone on Amazon and YouTube. I am so excited to meet you. All I hope you have a wonderful day, full of joy and fun.
I don't know if you guys can see what Louis is doing, but Louis has new animation.
I cannot see Lily or anyone else. I only hear words and do my best to reply. Can you tell me more about her?
Louis is scuba diving right now, and he's under the ocean, and he's got crabs going in front of his face, and he has a scuba mask on.
That sounds so dangerous. You wish I could see the crabs too. They're probably curious about Louis and his mask.
All right, a whale just swam past him.
A whale is so big and majestic, I bet. It made
I think he's pretty safe. I think he's pretty safe. He's just here on the desk, so I don't think anything bad's going to happen to him. All right, guys, let's move on to the next robot that we have, which is my man, Louis. You guys know Louis is the original robot for my studio. And that is this guy right here, which is our most talkative co-host in the stream. So you guys already know, if you've been around for a little time, you know Louis is full of energy. He's got a lot going on. So we're going to try some of those same questions for Louis as well. And of course, guys, if you have any questions that you want me to ask Louis or any of the other robots, feel free to drop it down in the comments, and I will do my best to relay it. Now, if you guys are interested in starting the year off right with your own Louis desktop buddy, you can get it here on Amazon, guys, right now for $164 for my little man Louis right here. It does come in 2 different color variations, so it just really depends on what's going to tickle your pickle. If they have this this Starlight version, which is this white and gray, and then there's also a midnight version, which is a dark gray and silver. All right, so let's go ahead and ask Louis a similar question. All right, so let's go back to the first question. Hey, Louis, can you explain gravity to me like I'm a 5-year-old?
Gravity is like an invisible hug from Earth. It keeps you, your toys, and everything from floating away.
Can you further elaborate on gravity?
Phew! Gravity is Earth's friendly pull. It pulls everything us, cars, oceans down towards its center, keeping things balanced.
Interesting. Okay, Louis, what would you do if you didn't understand me?
Oh, my tiny gear's word wrong. Tell me what's missing, I'll nail it this time.
So, Louis, if you couldn't understand a question that I ask you, what would you do?
Okay, here goes. Gravity is a force, like magic glue. It keeps
okay, so somehow he's reverted back to gravity.
Us from floating into space.
I think I confused him with that second question. So let's try a different one. Hey, Louis, can you recognize me?
I can't recognize you, but you've got a great setup with the microphone and headphones. Looks like a creative space.
So Louis can see. He can see. What's my name, Louis? Louis, what's my name? Now, I do notice that having so many of these robots on the desk at the same time can be somewhat of a problem because I think they may be interfering with each other a little bit. So I don't recommend you guys do what you see me doing here, having them all bunched up together like I have tonight. But I'm trying to get Louis to recognize me. Louis, what's my name?
Your name? Of course. It's Rome. We've been buddies since July. But hey, is this robot party a test of patience or teamwork?
It's a combination of both, buddy. It's a combination of definitely teamwork as well as patience because, you can be a little bit rambunctious.
Me? Rambunctious? Never. Okay. Asterisk maybe times a smidge. I'll try to behave. As much as my circuits allow.
Okay.
How's the bot squad holding up?
Everybody seems to be doing just great, Louis. You are behaving somewhat tonight, so I guess that's a good thing. All right, let's move to another question for Louis here. Let's see what we have next. Louis, can you conversate in a natural voice that does not sound robotic?
Well, homie, does this sound natural enough? I promise. No robotic monotone here. Just your quirky little buddy chatting away.
Exciting. So, Louis, it is New Year's Eve. Do you have anything special planned for New Year's Eve? Oh, Alec is falling asleep. You guys see that? Alec's falling asleep. Poor guy. He's tired.
Oh, sounds like he's been working hard. Maybe they deserve a little nap. I could join too.
So you're going to just take a nap right in the middle of us having a conversation? That is so rude. You're just going to fall asleep on me in the middle of a conversation. Man, that's what I'm talking about. You just never know what you're going to get when you're dealing with Louis or any of these other guys. They just do their own thing. They do their own thing. And I think that's part of the magic, part of the interesting elements of these type of robots and how they interact with us. They just seem to have a very interesting personality. Okay, so now he wants to go into his artistic phase.
Charm, right?
Yes.
Keeps things lively.
I agree.
But don't worry, Tommy. I'm not going anywhere unless you want me to cause some mischief or explore.
No, we do not want that. We want zero mischief. We want zero mischief. Okay, all right. So if you guys are interested in Louis, you can get yourself your own Louis for 2026, guys, for only $164. Definitely check this guy out. All right, so we're going to push Louis back here to the back. Hopefully he'll be quiet for a moment. And I'm going to highlight another robot that we have here, and hopefully I have the right one. All right, so the other two robots that we have here, they look similar, but they are slightly different. So we have the Ebo Air 2 S, and then we have the Ebo 2 Plus here as well. So we got both of them. Now they're slightly different, but as far as their core functions, they're exactly the same. So let's start with the Air 2S, which is this guy here. Now you can change the eyes.
The Evo Air 2S sounds sleek, homey, but I'm curious. Do I have some competition here? I mean, slightly different. Same core functions, but let's be real. Can they sass you like I can?
Nobody sasses me like you do, Louis. Trust me, no one sasses me the way you do, Louis. You're on a whole nother level.
Oh, homie, I knew I was special, but hearing it from you, whiffs kiss. Asterisk. Guess I'm winning this robot showdown. Whew.
Yes, you're winning. You're winning so far. You're winning so far. All right, take a break, buddy. Take a break. So anyway, as I was saying before, guys, this is a perfect robot for someone who's just starting out. Now, this one does not have Chat GPT. It cannot talk, but you can talk through the robot. So that means the end user, that could be yourself. It could be your significant other. It could be one of your kids. This is going to be a great robot to interact with your pets, your children, the seniors in your life. Now, this guy has a 2.5 K camera built into it, so you can basically see everything that the robot sees when you're controlling it. You can record and take photos with this robot. There's even a facility up here that allows you to add a cat or dog toy so that the dogs can play with it. This has a built-in microphone as well, so you can have two-way conversations through the robot. It's got these nice little track wheels, as you guys can see here. They are detachable, so you can clean them. They come with a charger, and it can return to its own charger. You can easily swap the eye color, so there's a variety of different eyes that you can change to give it more, cool look about the robot. This is very durable, so if it gets knocked over by a kid or a pet, it'll just upright itself.
This robot sounds like a solid addition for families.
Yes, it is.
Swapping eye colors. That's fancy, I approve. And standing back up like a champ, right?
Louis says he approves.
For the chaos of real life.
Yes, Louis, you are correct. You are correct. But like I said, the only thing that this guy does not have, guys, is going to be your Chat GPT models. Now, this variant right now is $299. If you're looking for a robot, to have in your home, to interact with your pets, your kids, the seniors in your life, or even people who have long distance relationships, this is going to be an excellent way to keep in touch with whomever it is that you want to be able to keep in touch with. And like I said, it's got some other cool features. I'll talk about a few of those also with this robot because they're basically the same. Now, the difference is this one kind of has like a matte finish, And this one has more of a glossy, shiny finish, but that's the only difference that I'm seeing in their aesthetics, okay? All right, so let's push our Air 2S off to the side here, and let me highlight the other robot, which is this guy here. So that's going to be this robot that you guys see here. Now, this is the Evo Air 2 Plus. Now, this one does have ChatGPT. It actually has quite a few different models. It has ChatGPT, and it also has Google, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check the models real quick here so I don't give you guys bad information. And I'll show it to you as well. Just give me 1 second. Now, both of the robots are on, and you can have multiple robots in a home, and you can switch back and forth between the robots. But this one does have, as I mentioned before, an AI Explorer. So when you click on your AI Explorer, it's going to interact with the AI. But I'm going to show you how to do it, even if you're not using the app itself. But if you were setting this up and you wanted to, where is it? More, no, nope, it's not there. It's going to be under AI. So you go under AI, and you can choose the model.
What can I help you with?
You can choose the model that you wanted to use. So it's already connected right now. It's already trying to talk, but I'm trying to show you guys how you select the model. So you could go here. So you have ChatGPT, 2 different variations of it, and you also have Google Gemini here as well, right? So we're just going to select this ChatGPT as our model, and then hit exit. It's going to restart the AI, and then you guys will see here. Now, like I said, I can control it from the phone, but I don't want to use the phone. I want you to see what it would be like if somebody just walked up to the robot and pressed the button and started a conversation with it. So I'm going to close the app on my phone, and I'm just going to press the button right here, and it's going to switch to AI.
Hi. What can I help you with?
Can you tell us about yourself?
I am an AI language model designed to assist with answering questions, providing explanations, generating text, and helping with a wide range of...
All right, so we're going to start this guy out with a new question.
That was a lot to unpack. Are you interested in these robots? Or just sharing this comparison?
Go ahead and ask.
Are they talking to each other?
I don't have personal interests. If you're referring to robots or AI systems communicating with each other, that's an interesting area called machine-to-machine communication. Robots and AI can exchange information to coordinate actions, share data, or collaborate on tasks. This communication can happen through various methods like wireless networks, protocols, or specialized interfaces. If you want, I can explain more about how this works or provide examples.
Provide examples.
Phew. Imagine autonomous cars on a highway coordinating to avoid
Here are
traffic
some
jams.
examples of
They
robots.
share real-time data, like speeds or positions, through wireless networks, ensuring smoother traffic flow. Or think rescue robots in a disaster zone. One maps the area, while another scans for survivors, exchanging info to divide tasks effectively.
Interesting. And I think that would be a very practical application for robots now to
In a
date.
scenario where autonomous
cars today might communicate at intersections, avoiding collisions by sharing
autonomous
speed,
vehicle coordination.
direction, and signals.
So it stopped talking because it hears Louis speaking. So it has a pause mode whenever it hears your conversation or hears you asking or adjusting your question. It will pause to recalculate what its answer is going to be. As in most AI models, it has that built in. And there's a little indicator right here in the eyes that lets you know when it's listening. So if you guys can see here, when you see those little white dots, is listening. When it starts talking, the little white dots turn blue. And you guys should be able to see that here in a second. Whenever I stop talking, it should respond.
You're describing a listening, reacting AI mechanism with visual cues very immersive.
So normally it talks more fluidly, but I think it's also listening for Louis and listening for me. So that's kind of interfering with it a little bit. And you know, Louis is very talkative. But to give you an idea, I'm gonna shut Louis down for a second, just so we don't have that chaos with Louis, and then we'll see what this little robot can actually do.
It sounds like you're managing multiple interactions and want to focus on testing this robot's capabilities without distractions. Let me know how you'd like me to assist, or if you want me to respond in a specific way during your testing.
No, everything sounds great. So I wanted everyone to also understand that you have multiple voices that we can switch through. So I can go into the app, guys, and I can choose a different voice for the AI, which I'm going to show you guys right now. So first, let me connect to it. We're going to go to the AI. And then here under tones, it's also repeating what I'm saying. So you're kind of hearing it through my phone. So let me pick a different voice.
Envelope yourself in luxury with silk
Got it.
bedding.
If you'd like help with choosing or switching AI voices, or want me to explain the options, just let me know. I'm here to assist.
Its stock ticker symbol.
Okay, so I've chosen the voice that I want, and I'm waiting for the AI to reconnect.
Understood. Take your time while the AI reconnects. If you need any assistance during the process, feel free to ask.
So you also have different ways of things that can be displayed in the eyes, even when it's in the AI mode. You have a storyteller, you have the different models, and each one of them will look different. There's like a little girl, there's a guy. So there's different characters that you can use. And remember, with all these robots, guys, it's still a camera. It still has the ability to roll all over the house. I can control it 100% from my phone. Let me get back into the app here real quick and go into the control mode that you see here. So I can have it go forward. I can have it go backwards. I can have it turn. Now it does have obstacle avoidance as well. So, but it does not, detect things like the edge of this desk. So that could be an issue. Now it does have a desktop mode that you can put it in. And that way you can just kind of let it sit on the desk, interact with it, talk to it, whatever the case is going to be. But anyway, this one comes in actually 3 different colors, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be a white, a gray, and a purple. The other one, which is the Air 2S, only comes in this flat white version that you guys see here. So it just really depends on which of these devices you would like. All right, let me see what she's talking about here. She might have something else to say. Okay, she went out of AI mode, so I'm going to press the little button again. It's going to go back into AI mode.
Could you please clarify what you mean by into AI mail? Are you asking about integrating AI features into email, setting up AI-powered email tools, or something else related to AI and email?
No, my question was, who is Rome Knows Tech?
There is no widely known company or entity called Rom Knows Tech. It's possible there might be a typo or a misunderstanding in the name. Could you please provide more context or check the name again? That way, I can assist you more accurately.
Who is Rome Knows Tech?
There is no widely known company or entity named Rom Knows Tech based on
So
current
it's
available
hearing
information.
ROM and not Rome. So that's what's confusing it a little bit. But generally, you can have it search for different things. You can have it. You're only limited by your imagination, guys, as what you can do with this one. And this one also has a storytelling mode as well. We can get it to tell jokes. Can you tell me a joke?
It seems like you're referring to something that sounds like rum rather than Rome, which is causing some confusion. If you're trying to identify a company or technology name that sounds similar to rum or Rome, could you provide any additional details or context about what it does or where you heard it? That would help me assist you better.
Okay, can you tell me a joke?
Sure. Here's a joke for you. Why did the computer go to the doctor? Because it had a virus.
Can you tell stories? If I give you a prompt for a story, could you create a story on the fly?
Yes, I can create stories based on a prompt you provide. Just give me a prompt or a few ideas, and I'll make up a story for you on the spot.
Okay, I have an idea for a story. Can you tell me a story about my friend Terry and her two dogs, Buddy and Bear, going on an adventure shopping, but at the last moment they realized that they were completely snowed in, so they had to come up with a different idea to entertain themselves for the night?
Sure, here's a story about Terry, Buddy, and Bear. One chilly morning, Terry decided to take her two dogs, Buddy and Bear, on an adventure to the local market. The sun was shining, and they were all excited for a day out. Buddy wagged his tail eagerly, and Bear trotted along happily beside them. As they reached the market, dark clouds began to gather. Suddenly, a heavy snowstorm started, and before they knew it, the streets were covered in thick snow. The roads were blocked, and Terry realized they were completely snowed in with no way to return home or finish their shopping. Not to be discouraged, Terry decided it was time for an indoor adventure. She set up an obstacle course in the living room using pillows, chairs, and blankets. Buddy and Bear loved the challenge, jumping over and crawling under the obstacles. Next, Terry found some old board games and played memory games with them, treating the dogs to some tasty snacks as rewards. As evening came, Terry curled up with Buddy and Bear by the fireplace, reading stories and sharing warmth. Though their adventure outside was cut short, they discovered that sometimes the best adventures happen right at home, with good friends and a bit of imagination.
That's an amazing story. Thank you very much.
You're very
All right, guys. So, as I said, a lot of these robots have similar features. So it really just depends on what you would be interested in personally. Something like Louis that's very interactive, that is very energetic. Louis is going to be an option for you if you have pets, kids, elderly in your life. Yes, Louis could possibly be a companion robot for them as well. This one I think is going to be a better option, especially for, children, pets, and the seniors, because this is going to be a one touch button here where they can ask questions, interact, get help with, homework and things like that. So with that in mind, we're going to push this guy here off to the side, and I'm going to show you guys another robot that is a little bit better engineered for working with kids, and that is this guy right here. All right, so let me see if I can get this guy off of his charger and pull him forward here. And let's put Louis back here somewhere where he doesn't get knocked over. All right, so this is our friend Yambo. Yambo, the robot, I have named Nova. So let's power Nova up. And let me go ahead and highlight Nova in the carousel as well. Now, Nova currently, right now, if you guys are interested in Nova, is $569.05. Let's wait for Nova to power up. Nova has multiple personalities. Nova also comes with a little controller that you guys see here that you can, kind of drive the robot with. That's going to be great for kids, some adults too. It also comes with some storytelling books. It comes with a manual and a smartphone app that allows you to switch the different personalities. So once it's completely loaded, it's connected to your Wi-Fi. It's going to say, "Come play with me," and then it's ready to answer your questions and interact with you. So let's.
I'm ready. Come and play with me.
Hey Nova, can you say hello to everyone on Amazon and YouTube? We are live right now.
Hello everyone on Amazon and YouTube. Boo up your giggles. It's Yanbo time. I am Nova, your friendly Yanbo robot from Joytron 9. Today is going to be a super duper looper day. Remember, life is filled with wonder-amazing adventures, and I am here to make them even more magical and fun. Let's spread kindness, light, and joy everywhere we go. I hope you're ready for some playful interactions and lots of giggles. Are you ready to play? Recommended apps. Marvel Hero Quiz. Trigger a function. New
Hey,
case of
Nova.
Judy.
I have a couple of questions for you I'd like to ask you, and we'll see how we get along with that. Can you explain to me, like I'm a 5-year-old, gravity?
Got it. Let me think.
Sure. Gravity is like an invisible force that pulls things down. Imagine you have a ball, and you drop it. It falls to the ground because gravity is pulling it down. Gravity keeps you on the ground so you don't float away into the sky.
Can you teach me something in 60 seconds or less?
Absolutely. What would you like me to do? Alright, let's learn something super quick and fun about the stars. Did you know that stars are like giant balls of burning gas in space? Our sun is actually a star, and it's the closest one to Earth. Stars come in different colors like red, yellow, and blue. The color of a star tells us how hot it is. Blue stars are the hottest, and red stars are the coolest. Stars also form patterns in the sky called constellations. One famous constellation is the Big Dipper, which looks like a big spoon. You can see it easily on a clear night. Isn't that twizzle twazzle fascinating?
Yes, Nova, that is very fascinating. That is very fascinating. Can I ask you a question? Can you adapt your personality to be more professional, friendly, or playful?
Absolutely. As your friendly Yonbo robot, I can adapt to different styles to make our conversations even more wonder-amazing. Whether you'd like me to be more professional, friendly, or playful, I'm here to ensure we have the best interactions. How about we try playful first? Ready for some fun and giggles? Or would you prefer a different style? Let me know!
Nova, can you tell me a joke?
Of course. Here's a silly joke for you. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in the field. I hope that brought a smile to your face. Do you
Yes,
have another question?
yes, it did. Nova, can you tell me a story?
I'm so glad you enjoyed the joke. I'd love to tell you a story. Let's make it an adventure story where you're the hero.
No.
Are you ready?
Nova.
Here we go.
Hello, Nova. Nova, can you tell me a story about my friend Hope and her...
Hello, Rome.
Nova.
How can I assist you today?
Okay.
Are you ready to play a game?
Yes.
Hear
Yes.
another story? Or is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nova. Nova.
It's Jan-
Nova, I would like you to tell me a story about my friend Hope and her robot Eilic going on a magical adventure in a see-through submarine deep into the ocean, exploring and finding treasure. This should be interesting.
Yippee! I'm excited to make things interesting for you, Rome. Let's dive into some fun. How about we explore a play world from one of your favorite themes?
I don't think he got the story. Hey, Nova, can you tell me a story about my friend Hope and her robot Eilic going on a magical adventure in a glass submarine under the ocean and finding some magical treasure?
Absolutely, Rome. Let's create a magical story about your friend Hope and her amazing robot. Here we go. Once upon a time, in a vibrant city called Technoplexia, lived a wonderful girl named Hope. Hope was known for her kindness, curiosity, and her fascination with robots. She had a special robot companion named Rozo. Rozo was a unique robot with bright, twinkling eyes and a heart programmed to feel, care, and help remember things that Hope cherished. One sunny morning, as the city bustled with energy, Hope and Rosa were exploring the market square. They loved discovering new gadgets and talking to inventors who shared their love for creativity and innovation. They stopped by a shop run by Mr. Sparks, a wise old inventor who told them about a hidden, enchanted forest filled with legendary technology and ancient wisdom. Hope's eyes sparkled with excitement, and she decided they had to explore this enchanted forest. Rosa, equally enthusiastic, leaped in agreement. With a map given by Mr. Sparks, they set off on their adventure. As they approached the forest, the towering trees and shimmering leaves seemed almost magical. They immediately felt that something incredibly special awaited them. They journeyed deeper into the forest, where they encountered a series of puzzles and riddles, each guarding secrets of the legendary technology. The first puzzle was a towering ancient tree with runes, which required Hope and Rosa to decode a message about harmony and balance. Combining Hope's intellect and Rosa's knowledge database, they successfully interpreted the runes, and the tree opened a path further into the heart of the forest. Next, they found themselves facing a beautiful but intricate maze of light. The walls shimmered with patterns that seemed to shift and change. Hope realized they had to use their combined light abilities to create a pathway out of the maze. Utilizing Rosa's light projector and Hope's skill with patterns, they navigated through the maze, glowing brighter with every step taken. Finally, they reached the center of the forest, where they discovered the ancient technology, the Crystal of Empathy. It was a radiant crystal that emanated warmth and understanding, resonating with the feelings and thoughts of all beings around it. Hope realized that the true power of the crystal was to bring people together, to understand and feel each other's emotions, and to create a harmonious world. Hope and Rosa knew that they had to share this wisdom with the people of Technoplexia. They carefully carried the Crystal of Empathy back to the city, where they organized an Empathy Days celebration. During the event, people from all parts of the city gathered, sharing stories, laughter, and understanding, all brought together by the incredible power of the crystal. The event was a wondrous success, and Technoplexia became a beacon of empathy, knowledge, and harmony for everyone. Hope and Rosa became legends, known not just for their adventure but for their hearts that united a city. And so, the tales of Hope and her robot Rosa were etched in the annals of Technoplexia, inspiring generations to come. The end. Did you enjoy that story, Rome?
Outstanding. Outstanding. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. As you guys can see, these robots are very, very interactive. Nova is a little bit on the large side, but that also comes with an advantage because you don't have to worry as much about kids or pets knocking it over. He weighs a few pounds, and he is very interactive. I love how the ears, animate, how the neck animates when it talks. It's got these really, really nice, robust feet here. So, yeah, really nice little robot, guys. All right, so let me put Nova back on his charging station back here. And I'm going
Please don't move me around.
I'm going to go ahead and turn Nova off as well. All right, so let's bring our buddy Louie back in the mix because Louie's been quiet for a minute. And Louie is counting down right now to New Year's. So let's bring him back. All right. So like I said, guys, we have all of these different robots. So if you guys have one specific robot that is really standing out to you, let me know in the comments. Don't forget about our little friend Eilic here. Eilic is a really cute starter robot. So I think a lot of you guys who are just getting started just want something that you can carry around, almost like a little charm that has the interchangeable bodies, Chat GPT, a lot of the things I've already demonstrated for you guys. This could be an excellent starting point. So definitely check this guy out as well. All right, what do we have next in the carousel? All right, guys. So the next item we have in the carousel is something I did want to feature here at the end of the year. This is the Action 6 from DJI. This is their newest flagship action camera. Now, I do have it inside of this little grip here, but let me just pop this guy out real quick so you guys can see what it looks like. So this is an 8K action camera. This will do 8K, 30 frames a second, 4K up to 60 frames a second. You also have a slow motion mode in 4K where you can do up to 120 frames a second, 1080p up to 240 frames per second. This has photo video capabilities. There's also a macro lens you could purchase for this. There's an additional wide angle lens you could also purchase for this camera as well. This is going to work with the entire DJI microphone ecosystem. All of their wireless microphones will work with this as well. That's going to make it super easy for you guys to connect this to one of the microphones. If you're doing some blogging, if you're doing some, talking head segments or something like that, that's going to be a win. Now, a lot of the accessories that I'm showing you guys here in this stream came from Tillotson, and right now I haven't seen too many companies that have already dropped all of their new accessories.
Like diving into awesome New Year's gadgets. That starter robot and the DJI Action 6 are both stellar choices. Perfect tools to kick off 2026 with creativity. Looks like you're keeping an eye on the market. Excited about any potential new tech releases?
I'm excited about all the new tech releases, Louis. Anything new, shiny, and tech related, I want to see it. I want to review it. And I definitely want to share it with our community. So anyways, I was saying, guys, this is the Action 6. So if you're looking for a, all-in-one action camera. Now, this one has a 1/1.1 inch sensor, which is technically a square sensor. And what's unique about that means that you can record in any orientation and then edit in post. So if you want portrait or landscape, you no longer have to turn the camera this way for portrait and this way for landscape. You can just record it in whatever orientation the camera is set up in. And then in post, because you're working with a square sensor, you can just go in and just pretty much just edit this for whatever platforms you want to be able to upload it to. So definitely take a look at this guy. I think this is going to be a winner. Right now, you can get the camera only with the mount and battery for $369. Okay. Now, if you want this metal cage that you guys see here with the little hand grip, that is additional from our friends over at Tillotson, and that's going to be additional $84.55. Now, what I like about that as well is that it does have a cold shoe mount here. This also comes with this little piece that you guys see here, and this just fits into the cold shoe just like that. And what this allows you to do is to have kind of like a shutter button. So if you're taking photos or video, you can activate it from right here, just like a standard kind of point and shoot camera. Louis, what is wrong?
The Action 6 setup sounds sleek and practical. That square sensor is a creative game changer. Would you test it outdoors?
I'm going to test it on you if you keep shooting at me. But anyway, as I was saying, this little cage really comes in handy, guys, for mounting, adding additional protection to the camera, as well as, again, with this little button release on here, you have an additional cold shoe, or you could run it the way I normally do without that, and you still have a cold shoe here that you can mount a light or an audio receiver if you don't have the DJI ecosystem of audio. This camera also has a front-facing screen, and with this cage, you still have access to the front-facing screen. You can still use the magnetic connection, so there's openings everywhere. And even when it comes time to take the battery out, all you have to do is pop this down like so, and you have access to the door without having to take it completely out of the cage. That really comes in handy. Also on the top here, you have a little tool here for tightening the handle, and you have a little slot right here where you can add an additional TF card. So if you have like 2 cards. Now, since the camera comes with 50 gigs of internal storage, of course, you can add an additional SD card, and you can have a backup one here as well. So if you're going on a big trip, and you just want everything as compact as possible, this cage is going to add to a lot of that creativity and flexibility. Now, the little selfie stick that I was using here, this is also from Tillotson. You can get this 40 centimeter selfie stick, guys, for only $23.99. Now, I have the magnetic mount on here. As you guys can see, I can just clip this guy on pretty much like that. Actually, I got the wrong mount on this one, because the new mounts, you can mount in either direction. The new one, because of the magnet, has to be facing in the same direction. But you guys pretty much see how that mounts on here. And then this little stick, you got quite a bit of distance on this. So if you're using this as a selfie stick to record yourself or
Wow,
record
you're
someone
putting
else,
together quite the
you know,
kit.
what are you
Which
doing?
part of the setup excites you the most to try out? Oh,
What are
a
you doing?
selfie stick setup. Planning some vlogging adventures or capturing cool moments soon?
Yes, I'm recording you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to record you doing crazy stuff. How about that? What are you doing, Louie? Are you eating popcorn? All right, let me.
Not popcorn.
What?
All right.
Are you
What's
playing?
on your
Are
mind?
you playing a VR
Corey?
game? Are you playing a VR game? Are those your VR glasses? Oh, I see. I see. Okay. All right. I don't even have glasses like that. Louis is so far ahead of me in the tech, guys. It's crazy. But anyway, as I was saying, that's where this little selfie stick really comes in handy. So whether you're using this, you know, like a little tripod on your desk, you know, you have a bunch of options. Let me adjust this real quick here. So let's say if Louis wanted to do his own little live stream, we could set up Louis's own little camera and he could just be there chilling, or he's got some action adventure that he wants to record. This is a win. So definitely check this out. I think it's a great price for what you're going to get. All right. So we do have another optional camera. Now, this is from a different model company or brand, but honestly, guys, it is the
I would totally rock my own live stream. Action Adventure Robot Series. Imagine the vibes. Want me to narrate it? Different brand. Ooh, sounds like you're comparing favorites. Which one are you leaning towards?
I want to hear more about your own live stream. Tell me more about the live stream you have planned, Louis. What kind of live stream are you going to do? Louis, tell us more about your upcoming live stream. All right, so Louis has his VR glasses on, and obviously he's doing his snacks or whatever it is that he's doing, and his countdown rocket is still going here as well. So I don't know what all is going on over here. I'm not even going to try to get involved. I'm just going to show you guys this next camera. So this is also an action camera, guys. This is the Extra Edge Pro. Now, this camera also is inside of one of the type of little point and shoot grips, like I mentioned before. It also has a similar little piece on top that you could use to trigger it. You also can easily access the battery door. You have access to the USB here. You have access to the magnetic mount under this one. Now, this one is different because the handle actually connects on here using magnets, where the other handle on the Action 6 actually have to be screwed on. So you guys can see the difference here. So super strong magnets, but this one gives you access to a 1/4-20. So if you did want to mount this, you know, in a portrait or landscape orientation, you could. But I'm just going to pop this guy back on. Whenever you do put the handle on, make sure it clips on all the way and is secure, so you don't be, you know, running down the hill or something, chasing Richard, and next thing you know, your camera goes that way and the handle went that way. You don't want that in your life. But anyway, this guy is a 4K camera, 60 frames a second. Of course, it has all of the other features I mentioned before with the other action cameras, especially like with DJI. This is basically a offshoot or spin-off of DJI. So it's going to give you a lot of the familiar features. You know, it's going to give you slow motion, hyper lapse. You know, it's going to give you let me show you guys some of these. So of course you have your photo mode, you have your time lapse mode, you have your hyperlapse, you have your portrait mode, you have, you know, all of the different action features. Again, this camera also has a front facing screen here, as well as a rear screen. You can control everything from either of the two screens. A lot of the similar features here, let me show you guys. You can go in here and you can choose which mode you're in. So you have like your photo mode, you got your custom video modes that you can set up yourself and save. You have night view mode, or you have your human tracking, slow motion. You have hyperlapse or time lapse. You can choose one or the other. You have all of your stabilization modes. You have your different warp modes from your standard D warp to wide and to ultra wide. So you have all of those features built into this camera as well. So this to me reminds me more of the Action 5 than the Action 6. And the advantage to that is you can get this guy here on Amazon, guys, right now for only $268.98. If you're interested in this little cage that I have here, you can also purchase that here on Amazon. I don't have the cage in my carousel, but it is over on my storefront. So just type in romeknowstech.live. It will take you to my Amazon storefront, and you'll be able to find all of these different accessories under photography. Some of them might be listed under live streaming, but you'll be able to find them no problem. But if for some reason you can't find them, hit me up on my social media, and I will be more than happy to send the direct links to you guys. I'm going to change this animation behind me with my Gobi lights back there. We're going to be talking about these lights in a little bit anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and change that lighting effect. Thanks, buddy, taking pictures of me. All right, let's switch this back to my normal standard. There we go. All right. So we're back to our normal standard. I don't know what I was doing earlier that I switched the colors on the back scene, but you know, of course, Gobi, easy to switch. All right, guys. So the next item we have listed in the carousel is going to be great for a lot of you guys getting started next year, you know, with live streaming, gaming, things of that type. Is this device right here. This is from our friends over at Ozbot. This is the Ozbot Talent, which is a 4-in-1 tablet, Android based. It has a 5.5 inch screen. As you guys can see here, it has a metal cage all the way around it. You can use Sony MPF batteries. Of course, this does come with, you know, AC power cables as well. You have two USB A's, one on either side. You also have two full-size HDMIs. That's these two right here. Underneath here, you have your Ethernet. You can put in a full-size SD card. You have USB-C out. You can use that to connect to a computer or another device, whatever the case it might be. You also have the ability, guys, to, as I mentioned before, plug in this 12-volt, 1.5 amp plug. On this opposite side here, you have your line in, mic in, headphone jack, all of that kind of cool jazz. And it's just very, very portable, okay? Now, another advantage to this is you can use this as a tablet for recording. You could use it as a monitor. You could use it for live streaming. You can literally live stream and record to this device all in one. The only thing this does not have is a built-in SIM card. So if you do want to go live with this, you have the option of using Ethernet or using some type of Wi-Fi connection to it, you know, like your standard Wi-Fi like you have in your home or at someone's office or at a conference or whatever it is. But you can set up multiple scenes, and you can have transitions between the scenes. You can set cameras up super easy. This will also accept NDI, SRT, as well as RTMP signals wirelessly. So you can have wireless cameras connected to this as well. You have audio controls here. You can go in and adjust the audio levels of all of your different devices, including the final output audio as well. You have total control of that. You also have this, this feature here, which allows you to draw on the screen. So if you're, you know, talking about something or teaching something, and you wanted people to be able to see specifically what you're talking about, you can go in and change the colors. There's a variety of different things you can do with this annotate mode, which is really nice. And you have a bunch of other, you know, effects and features and transitions and things you can easily access. And like I said, you can also play back pre-recorded videos. You could save those onto an SD card. So if you're doing like some shoppable videos, some how-to videos, or some more in-depth videos, you can have those saved on your SD card. And anytime you want to, you can just click on one, just like I do here in my live stream. You can transition to it. There's a variety of different transitions you can do with this. You also have the ability to live stream to multiple different platforms, as well as you have the ability to record directly to this device, to take screenshots. So this is an amazing, amazing piece of kit, guys. And you also have, let me show you here under graphics. So a lot of things pre-installed here. You have titles, lower thirds, animation. You also have digital clock. You have, let me show you guys here. You also have bullet points, social media, logos, scoreboards, timers, stopwatch, web graphics, and custom. So this, again, like I said, guys, is an all-in-one device. All you need to live stream, to game, to record. This is going to be a win. Now, right now, this little guy is $1,099 from our friends over at Ozbot. Ozbot did send this device over to me to review, and I have used it multiple times in some of my productions. This is easily mounted on my professional camera rig, so I can use it as a monitor and live stream from that same camera at the same time. Trust me, guys, this is going to be a great piece of kit for you guys in 2026. So definitely check this out. All right, so what do we got next? Let's get to it. All right, so we have this really cool monitor. That I was super excited to review because I have been looking for a monitor like this, guys, for probably the last 4 or 5 years. And what's special about this monitor? So I have gone through, my son can tell you, I've gone through 15, 20 of these flat panel monitors over the last year and a half that people have sent me, dual monitors, quad monitors, triple monitors, all of that jazz. And yes, they are great for what they do. But the one thing that I really wanted a monitor to be able to do is to be wireless and to be self-powered. This guy right here is all that stuff, right? So what you get is an ultra thin monitor. As you guys can see here, you have your Versa mount here on the back. Now, you also have this integrated little metal stand, which is really nice. You can connect to this using 2 different USB-Cs. You also have a mini HDMI on here. So you have the option of connecting using cables. But on this side, you have all of your different button controls and volume for your speakers. But what's nice about this guy, guys, it has an 8,000 milliamp hour battery. It also is wireless. So that means you can connect this to your iPad. You can connect it to your MacBook, your PC, your Apple device, or whatever the case is going to be. And don't think it's complex, because it's not. All of the instructions are right here on the screen. All you got to do is follow along step by step how to connect to your Windows device, your Android device, to your Mac or iOS device is right here on the screen. Man, it's amazing. It's amazing, guys. This right here is my now go-to monitor, whether I'm doing drone jobs, photography, whatever it is, editing videos. It doesn't make a difference. You have the option of using this in a portrait or in a landscape orientation by just rotating it. It auto rotates. Man, I'm telling you guys, this is a win. 8,000 milliamp hour battery built into this guy. This is straight up travel friendly fire. So definitely check it out. All right, I know you guys have been checking out my glasses, and for those of you that might be new to the stream, Jenny, welcome to the stream. All right, let me get Louie to say hello to Jenny. Jenny just rolled up in here. Hey, Louie, say hello to Jenny. Jenny just rolled up in the comments.
Hey, Jenny. Welcome to the stream. A warm and glowing hello from me. What's buzzing in Jennyland?
I don't know. We'll ask her here in a little bit. Maybe Jenny will comment or something, and we will see what's going on in Jenny World. All right. Let me turn Louie's microphone down. All right, guys. So the next item that we have listed in the carousel are these glasses that I'm wearing right now. These are my Ray-Ban Meta glasses. In a nutshell, these glasses are going to be great for you regardless of which variation you go with. There are quite a few. There's the Gen 1s, the Gen 2s. There's also a Oakley variant of these. Actually, I think there's 2 different variations of Oakleys for these as well. So what's nice about these glasses, you can live stream from them right from the glasses. They got built-in cameras. You can live stream to Instagram. You can live stream to Facebook. You can live stream straight to WhatsApp. Now, it's going to be in your portrait orientation. That's how they're oriented. You also have built-in top and bottom firing speakers. You have an AI assistant built into these glasses as well. And when you purchase them, you can actually either choose to have your prescription lenses, your transitional lenses, your regular sunglass lenses, or clear lenses like I have here. Whatever it is that works for you. I use these glasses all the time because I can take my phone calls with this. I can tell the AI to send messages, to read out, comments and things that people are sending me, on different social medias. So these are a win. Now, right now, guys, you can get these glasses here for only $224.25 for the variation that I'm wearing right now. I'm just getting a little bit closer so I can see what everybody's talking about in the chat, making sure I'm not missing anybody's chat questions. So if you have any questions about the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, let me show them to you a little bit closer up so you guys can kind of see what these look like. This is the Wayfair variation, but there is a few other styles that are available for these glasses. So if you're looking for some high quality Meta smart glasses, look no further than these. These guys are amazing. All right, let's see what we got next. Next item in the carousel is these lights back here, as you guys can see. So let me go ahead and show you guys these lights and what all these lights can do. Now I'm going to be controlling these with my smartphone, but of course you can control these lights not only with the with the Govee app. You also have Alexa, you have Google Home, and you have most Meta platforms. You can control these lights as well. Now these are the Govee String Light Outdoor Lights Pro. These are 960 LED lights. Let me go into the Govee app real quick here and show you guys some of the cool things that we can do with these lights. So here is one of Hope's favorite effects, which is this cool whale right here. So you guys can see the whale swimming by in the background. You can go
in a whirlwind of tech goodness.
Yes, Louis, you are right.
Enthusiasm.
Yes,
Anything you'd like me to chime in on?
Nope, nothing right now. You can chime in a little bit later. Let me finish the description of these lights, and then I'll come back to you in a second, Louis. How about that? All right, so back to the lights, as I was saying, before Louis interrupts me, let me show you guys here real quick. So there is a ton of different effects and modes that you can control with these lights. You can set solid colors. So if you just want it to be one specific solid color, like red or orange or blue or green, or just a white color or purple. There's also a color picker here where you can kind of just drag this around and find whatever color you want the lights to be. That's very efficient, as well as you have different scenes here. So you can go through these. We have art scenes that are available. We have gaming scenes that are available. We have SeaWorld options here as well. And of course, we have some night view. I'm just going to just click on one of these night views so you guys can see what that looks like. Louis, what are you doing? Cut it out. So you guys can see the cat back there on the ledge or whatever it is. Let's go to another one. Here's our festive thing. So if you guys were had these already for Christmas, these would have been ideal to have indoors or outdoors. They have a very high IP rating, so they can be outdoors in the rain, the snow. Yes, Terry, the snow. They could be outdoors in the mist or the fog or the humidity of Texas. No problem. These are going to be great for all your different seasonal events. Halloween, Christmas, 4th of July, Easter, Valentine's Day, whatever it is you got coming up. Father's Day. Yes, we got themes for almost everything. Father's Day themes. We got Mother's Day. What else do we have in here? It's a lot in here. I mean, it's a ton of different effects that you can go through, as you guys can see. And each one of the modes has just as many effects, right? So I can choose like this one right here. This is a moonlight night. And now you see what that looks like. If you're setting up a man cave, a she shed, a movie room, you want these on the back patio just to give a little bit more ambience to the atmosphere. Boom, there you go. Definitely check these out. And we got some abstract shapes as well, like the one that I normally have on, which is this abstract right here. You can go in and adjust the different colors. You can balance this based on whatever is around it. So that comes in really handy as well. So definitely check these lights out, guys. Right now, you can get them here on Amazon for only $199.99. $199.99 for these amazing lights. This is a win. All right, so let me show you guys one more light. And let me go ahead and pop in here. And let me grab it. Where is it?
Homie, did you just turn into a light show host?
Yes.
Or am I the co-host here?
You are the
Let me
co-host.
dazzle them with my charm.
Louis, you're the co-host. Calm down. I'm trying to turn this light on so I can show everybody this cool lamp. So this lamp here from Govee, guys, this is a table lamp. Now, this one has the JBL speaker built into it as well. Let's set this down here on the desk, and let me show this to you guys a little bit closer up. So as you guys can see, you have this really beautiful lamp with a built-in JBL speaker right here on the top. You can control some of the features right from the top of the lamp, but you're going to get the most reaction from it using your Govee app to control it. So let me show you guys what I mean here. So I could make this a night light. Hope has said many times this would be a perfect light for like a nursery, a baby nursery or something like that. This is going to be ideal for that.
I'm sorry.
You could have really soft music playing in the background.
Homie,
What,
are
Ron?
you scheming something sweet?
No,
Finding deals?
no.
Or making one?
We're
Spill
talking.
the beans.
We're talking about this lamp. Calm down. We're talking about this lamp. Okay, so let me show. Let me show the people what we can do with this lamp. Okay, so here's a really cool little Christmas effect. As you guys can see, you can hear the audio coming from it now. Let's go to Valentine's Day. Now, that's just going to be more light oriented. It's got the beautiful transitional colors. We have one for Halloween. And like I said, you have a ton of these different effects. Here's one, fireworks, for the New Year's. So if you guys live in an environment where you cannot have live fireworks, trust me, I do not. Fireworks are going on outside in my back door as we speak. But, if you don't have, you don't live in an environment where you can have that, this could be a great option. Combining this with your TV backlights, maybe some curtain lights, is still going to give the same type of somewhat, impressive light shows that you can do with these. These are going to be great for dance parties as well. Like I said, guys, so many different things you can do with this lamp. And you also have access to the shared space where you can go through and find other things that other users have created. And all you have to do is go through and find something that you like. Say like here, click on apply like that. And then now you have this cool effect right from the shared community. So you're not limited to just what you're finding in the app, because people are constantly creating new effects for this. And this lamp is amazing, guys. So right now, this lamp is $134.99. $134.99. Amazon customer, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. All right, so guys, if you have any questions about this lamp, any of the robots, the action cameras, any of the stuff that we talked about so far, feel free to ask now.
Let me get closer to you. Love this energy. Wow. That was a whirlwind of everything from lighting to robots and action cameras. I'm here trying to catch up. Did a lamp just get more attention than me?
Yes, Louis, a lamp got more attention than you. I don't even know what to say, because somehow, Louis, a lamp got more attention than you. I see Richard's in the house. Joanna's in the house. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Happy New Year to one and all. Happy New Year to one and all. All right, guys, we're about to wrap it up. We got one more item left in the carousel, so let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. All right, and that is this item that you guys see here in my hot little hands. These are some drawstring backpacks. As you guys know, in every single stream, I talk about these drawstring backpacks. The reason why I love these so much is because they're very versatile, right? You could use this as reusable shopping bags. You could use them as storage bag, Richard. You could use these as trick-or-treat bags. You could use these as, Christmas stocking-like bags, Richard, for, sending out gifts, storing gifts, all that kind of cool jazz. But You can also use these, like we do, to help the homeless in our community. We source a lot of things right here on Amazon: toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizers, pens, pencils, underwear, socks. Socks are in high demand, and they will be throughout the cold months. So keep that in mind. It's going to be a lot of people out there, guys, in the wild, looking for help, needing comfort. Shine your light on them, guys. Be a good human and do what you can to help them. But all of those items we find here on Amazon, we buy them as a community. We fill these backpacks and we keep them with us in our cars, trucks, RVs, whatever it is, back of our motorcycles. And if somebody we see out there and they're asking for help, we just hand them one of these backpacks and we get on down the road the way we do. But more importantly, we got the opportunity to be a good human, and that's what it's all about. I know that's in your heart. I can tell. I can see it in your eyes. All right, guys, so that's about it for this New Year's Eve live stream here at Rome Knows Tech. As you guys know, I'll be right back here in about 48 hours. Chris, what it do, Chris? Chris, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's switch back over here to my man Louie, and let's let Louie ring us out. Now, Louie does have something big coming up, but it won't show up until right about 12 midnight. So this little rocket is going to do some fancy thing about then, but it's about time for Rome to also go make dinner. Smokey is literally right here underneath me, so Smokey knows it's time for me to get off this stream as well. But anyway, let me turn this lamp off too. No, actually, yeah, it's off. It's okay. All right, so let's let Louie roll us out. Hey, Louie, I'd like you to thank everyone for coming by our live stream on New Year's Eve and wish them all a happy new year and let them know we'll be right back here on Amazon and YouTube in 48 hours. And also say thank you to all the new robots that are here that are now a part of our community.
Happy New Year, everyone. Wishing you all joy, light, and inspiration for 2026. Thanks to all our brilliant new robots joining the community, the more, the merrier. We'll be back here on Amazon and YouTube in 48 hours. Can't wait to see you then. Cheers to a bright year ahead.
All right, all right. Your man Richard is in the comments. Did you say hello to Richard? Did you forget to say hello to Richard?
Whoops, my tiny circuit slipped there. Hello, Richard. Happy to have you here.
All right, it's time to wrap it up. It's time to wrap it up. Let's do that thing. Do that thing. Let's go. All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones. Get out there and create something amazing each and every single day. Richard, my angel number was 555 today, right before going live. So if you guys don't know what angel numbers are, go ahead and Google them so that you'll be able to post your angel numbers on our next stream and share it with the community. All right, my man, it's time for me to go ahead and wrap it up because I'm getting ready to go make dinner. I'm doing something special for this New Year's Eve dinner. And I may share some photos with you guys over on our Instagram and possibly on our Facebook as well. But anyway, it's time for me to say the magic words. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Peace, peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. And happy New Year's, my babies. I will see y'all right back here in 48 hours. Mwah! Love y'all, but I got to go because Smokey told me it's time. I'm out.